Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. The final wild card game of the week, of the wild card week. The winner of this game will face the Patriots next Sunday. Whether it's 2 p.m. or 5:30, God only knows. Hopefully it's 5:30. We'll see what they do. Or it might just be a double with the AFCON final if Morocco makes it, if the Steelers play, or the Patriots, Steelers / Texans play late. With that being said, we have Monday Night Football, wild card Monday Night Football. Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are live for it. Of course, we want the Steelers to win. They're playing at Heinz Field. Steelers trying to get their first playoff win in 9 years. Can Aaron Rodgers do it? Can Aaron Rodgers send the Steelers to Foxborough? See what happens next week. And no matter what, I win. Either way, I win if it is Steelers-Patriots. So, who cares? I'd prefer the the Patriots. The Statriots. Yeah, I think that's where I was going with it. I prefer the Patriots to win, but I win either way, so who gives a shit? With that being said, let's see if the Steelers win tonight. Aaron Rodgers versus C.J. Stroud, the amazing Texans defense versus a pretty good Steelers defense, but the Steelers have a better offense than the Texans, especially if they shut down Collins. So, other than that, we're going to find out. 16 minutes to know what the wild card or what the divisional round looks like. They haven't put out the times for those games yet. They put out the days, but not the times. Well, at least Google updated to the days. I hope the Patriots play late. Patriots-Steelers, to me, sounds like, if it's Patriots-Steelers, I think they'll play the late game. If it's Patriots-Texans, I'm not sure. I think they might just be the earlier game. Because to me, you look at the Sunday games, and Rams-Bears, those are two big fan bases or big brands. But if you put Steelers-Patriots against each other, even if it's Rodgers and May instead of Brady and Big Ben, I think Steelers-Patriots, the two teams with the most Super Bowls, both with 6 going for 7, that's going to be the late game on Sunday night if it's Steelers-Patriots. If it's Texans, well, we're probably getting the early game because they don't give a shit about Houston. I don't care how good their defense is. Now, it doesn't matter. They'll play the early game. If the Patriots go to the AFC Championship / the Steelers do, they'll play the early game on the 25th because the AFC title game this year is the early game. Which I'll probably just go live for both. Either way, especially if the Patriots are in it. Be awesome if they won and we're watching the NFC title game to see who they'll play live. Then you're doing the Super Bowl. Then you're just watching the Super Bowl and doing a review for it. I know, but it is what it is. Hey, I've done a Patriots Super Bowl without going live for it. So either way. And here come the Steelers at Heinz Field looking to win over the Houston Texans. Oh, Woody Marks and Autry. Oh, the Steelers don't have a Mississippi State player this year. Damn it. But the Texans have two. Woody Marks and Autry. Huh. Interesting. Monday Night Football. But we'll see how the rest of this game goes. We're ready to go. But Steelers, Texans, let's see how this goes. Here we go. But we're getting ready for the game. They're about to kick off in minutes at Heinz Field. Texans, Steelers. Basically, the decision is how good does the Steelers offense play against the Texans defense, and how good does the Texans offense do comparatively to the Steelers. The Texans defense can win this game. The question is does the Steelers offense keep it close enough for the Steelers to win in the end? Now, I got to say the Texans offense sucks comparatively to the Steelers for sure. If they shut down Collins, the Steelers can win this game. The way the Steelers win this game is if it's a defensive shootout or defensive war. Just leaving the gym. Nice. For me, if the Steelers make this a defensive war, which that's probably what this is going to be, they can win this game. If they let the Texans offense, let Collins gain a lot of yards, get a lot of targets, and catch those targets, they're probably screwed. With that being said, it is the last Monday Night Football for the season, at least NFL-wise. Now, you could say that technically next week there's a college one with the College Football National Championship. But every NFL game from now on after tonight will be played on Saturday or Sunday. Of course, the two divisional games on Saturday, divisional Sunday, Championship Sunday, and Super Bowl Sunday. But there is the College Football National Championship next Monday. So we'll be back next Monday for Indiana, Miami. But it is gridiron football. So it counts. So, yes, but no. This is the last Monday Night Football game till September. I don't even think they play on Mondays during preseason, do they? Nobody gives a shit. They don't show it on Fox anyway. Or ESPN. I don't think they show it on ESPN. They may show games here or there, but I don't. Either way, last Monday Night Football till September if you're only talking about NFL. But, of course, next week there is the National Championship. So, technically, no. Yes, but no. I say yes, but no. Oh, St. Louis still has a NASCAR playoff race. Okay. Timo Werner to the Quakes. That's crazy, man. Darlington, St. Louis, Bristol, Kansas, Vegas, Roval, Phoenix, Talladega, Martinsville, Homestead, Miami. There'll be Monday Night Football in the UK for the Premier League. Well, that's a different football. And they don't, that's only a UK thing. And they don't do MLS games on Monday, so we're talking about a different football there. But yes, technically the UK has their version as well. For us, and over here, when they show the game, it's Monday afternoon. Yeah, I think he did. He was technically a Europa League winner with them. He was loaned out, though. Game's about to start. How the mighty have fallen. I'm surprised Red Bulls didn't get him in the end. It's the Quakes. No, I'm glad that Toronto's going for Josh Sargent over Timo Werner. They're both garbage, but one's less garbage. In my opinion, Timo Werner is more garbage than Josh Sargent. Josh Sargent, in my opinion, he ain't. Maybe he's good enough for MLS, so maybe it doesn't matter. But I don't know. They're both garbage, though, in my book. With that being said, we'll get ready for this game. Can the Steelers push home? Timo Werner was worth 80 million euros at one point, won a Champions League with Chelsea and a Europa League with Tottenham. He technically is a Champions League winner. Damn it. He was garbage, though. How we doing, Rory? Now, did he win that Champions League? No, that was Kai Havertz, who was also garbage. How the hell did we pull that off? Frankly, I don't even know how we pulled off the Club World Cup. Chelsea just knows how to win when it's chaos. I don't know. When nobody expects them to win, they win. That's got to be the answer. It's got to be the answer at this point. Either way, not that I'm mad about it. It was fun to watch. It was like, oh, Man City's going to win the UEFA Champions League. Well, no, actually, I thought Chelsea was going to win that Champions League game. I did. Because Tuchel had Pep's number. Now, of course, the PSG game, I had no faith whatsoever, and they did win it, which was awesome. That's like the biggest time I've been proven wrong, but I've been happy about being proven wrong. Like, that's the first time that's ever happened. Normally, when I get proven wrong, well, the Patriots going as far as they have this year as well, but I wasn't live for it. That's the difference. And the Texans will kick off. The Steelers will get the ball to start the game. Texans will get the ball to start the second half. And here we go. Caught, and the Steelers are going to fair catch it in the end zone. Jalen Warren with a fair catch, and we will begin. The winner's going to Foxborough. Speaking of the Patriots, the winner of this game's going to Foxborough to play the Patriots. on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, sometimes Sunday. If it's the Steelers, more likely Sunday night. If it's the Texans, probably Sunday afternoon. Why? Because I guarantee you that's how it's going to go. And here comes Aaron Rodgers to start off for the Steelers. Steelers won the AFC North. The Texans have a better record, but they were the second-place team in the AFC South under the Jaguars. And they hand it off to Warren. Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren gets a first down to start the game. Or damn near the whole thing. If not, he got the first. Dobson right on cue. Can Timo Werner bang in 10 goals for the Quakes this year? Probably. 1-1 for the Habs. We'll see. Losing Espinoza is not good, I'll tell you that much. If Espinoza was still there, I might say yes. They lost him, though. 14-24 at the 30-yard line. Steelers got a first down on that last play. 4 seconds left on the play clock. They snap the ball with 1 second left. Short throw to DK Metcalf, who's made his return. First down and more for DK. Lovely. Lovely. First down and more for DK Metcalf. Lovely. He's back after his 2-game suspension for getting trolled by the Lions fan. Two first downs and 2 plays. 13-35 for the Steelers. Rodgers under center. Hands it off. Warren will get a couple. Does not get to midfield, though, on that play. Second down. Texans defense has not made a big push yet so far. They have not had their moment yet. I'm sure that'll change. But right now, Steelers offense looks like they've got the upper hand at the 48-yard line, 2nd and 9. They only got 1. Rodgers hands off to Warren. Warren to midfield. Warren past midfield. 3rd down. 3rd 7. 3rd and 7. Oh. $12:28. Player down, hurt. 12:28 the first quarter. Reed came up limp. Gets a timeout there to the 50-yard line. Steelers at the 50-yard line. They need to get to the 43 to get a first down. That's interesting. He has the money to do it. Can't really use his money to make him do any better, though, considering there's a cap. Zero, 3rd and 7. 12:11 to go. They rewind the clock. Rodgers in the shotgun. Throws incomplete. And it's 4th and 7. 4th and 7. Steelers will have to punt. Throws the ball away, and the Steelers will have to punt at the 50-yard line. Over the head of Gainwell. Toe-to-toe in the coverage. Waitman to punt. And it goes to the Texans. Fair catch at the 10. And here come the Texans offense. 1st and 10. Let's see what their offense does. Steelers had a moment there where they looked pretty good offensively, but other than that, damn. C.J. Stroud to get his first offensive drive in this game. See what the Steelers defense does. I have the Steelers game Manning cast. Well, I can't because I got to cover this game, so there's no reason for me to have it on there when I can't listen. Waiting for the next drive to start. Man, ESPN loves doing the college football style commercials, even if it's an NFL game. I don't think CBS, NBC, or Prime did commercials like this. Or Fox. Yay, look, it's the college football style commercial breaks. Huh. Ben Woolridge, who played for the Patriots in preseason, is now playing for the Battlehawks. And here we go with the 10-yard line. The Texans will start. D'Amico Ryans, the first Texans head coach to make the playoffs the first 3 seasons. All first 3 of his seasons. How we doing, Nestor? Here we go, Steelers. No, but I think they have some sort of pre-Olympic event. Didn't we already cover this? Or cover that? 11:56. They hand it off, and that's 5 yards for Woody Marks. We'll see. The running back goes 5 yards. Could have been Woody Marks. Is Mixon? No, I think he went to the Woody Marks with a 5-yard run. Okay. Hail State. Why are people so happy about this? Yeah, we need a striker, but Sargent, well, he's better than Timo Werner, but I don't think he's that good. Can't be worse than some of our worst strikers, though. Incomplete! Incomplete! And it bounces around like a pinball, and the Steelers can't make the pick. 3rd and 5. Collins gets just absolutely covered. Covered like a burrito. Joey Porter Jr. on the ball. Tips it. Clark, Ramsey. Nobody could come up with a pick, but Collins can't make the catch. The Steelers are going to regret not getting that, aren't they? Yeah, probably. Good play, JPJ. Good play, Joey Porter Jr., but that's not... Oh, Collins is hurt. Well, there's your offense gone. If you're a Texans fan, there's your offense gone for a couple of plays. Different running back than Woody. Stroud throws deep, and it's caught by Kirk. Damn it. See what I told you? I saw that one coming. 11 minutes to go. Kirk makes the catch. Steelers got pressure on Stroud, but Kirk has time to make the catch, and it's a pretty deep pass. Let's see. His knee hits the ground. Maybe this could be overturned. 36-yard gain for Kirk. They will not challenge it. They get to run a play. They run the ball. Hit at the line. Hit at the line. That is a 2nd down and 9. Damn. Chubb and Marks. Okay. Collins is still off the field right now. 2nd and 8. Woody Marks back in the game. Woody Marks gets the ball. Woody Marks has room to run, but the Steelers get to him. 3rd down. St. Clair might be Canada's new goalkeeper. He's been their goalkeeper. I don't know what Jesse Marsh sees in him. I hate it. Give me Crapeau. Collins is back in. And Chubb. Chubb and Collins are back in. Woody Marks gets stuffed at the line. If he wasn't playing the Steelers, I'd be sad about that. But since he's playing the Steelers, Hail State, but I want you to lose. But it's cool to see Woody Marks be good in the NFL. It is. He might have played his last season at USC, but he played for Mississippi State for the bulk of his career. And that's going to be delay a game? Yes, it is. Flag on the play, delay a game. 5-yard penalty on the Texans. Woody Marks is Mississippi State. No, Houston took their timeout. They took their timeout before the play clock ran out. So no penalty. They took their timeout. 9:04 in the first quarter. Can the Steelers get a stop? 6 yards. Can they get a stop? They're in midfield. They get a stop. They could get a punt back their way. Third and 6. And there's a flag on the play. On who? TJ Watt clapping. Let's see who it's on. Flag on the play. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Oh, was it Trent Brown? He's garbage. 3rd and 11. Trent Brown, false start. Yep, that's familiar. He used to play for the Patriots, you know. That sounds so familiar. False start on Trent Brown. Yep, that sounds so familiar. 3rd and 11. Pushes the Texans back. Can the Steelers to the 50-yard line? Can the Steelers get a stop? They're going to rush the quarterback. Stroud throws incomplete. 4th down. Steelers will get them to punt. Defensively has been a defensive stalemate so far. Texans will punt at midfield. 4th and 11. Good rush by Terrell Austin's Steelers defense. They got Stroud wrapped up. He throws it, and it goes into the ground. But it goes near a offensive player, so no grounding. I would assume so. They'll punt it. Tommy Townsend, the former Chiefs punter, now for the Texans. Takes a snap, kicks it. Townsend. That's going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds at the 15 and see where they mark it. Punt goes out of bounds at the 28. Steelers get the ball at the 28. On March 3rd, the moon will turn blood red for 82 minutes when nearly 6 billion people around the world that witness the rare lunar event, the blood moon. That's so. You know what? I got to say. Oh, look, I know this is probably just YouTube TV, but look, there's a Ferrari car commercial during the commercials of Monday Night Football. Or Bit Defender, but with Ferrari, focus on Lewis Hamilton. I could tell they recorded this before last summer because he looks happy. I could tell they recorded it before last summer because he looks happy. Sad. I'm glad they'll have a new car this year because the SF-25 was garbage. Garbage. It was garbage. Fragile. Must be Italian. Garbage. Hot garbage. And here we go. Steelers got the ball back at the 28. Let's see what they do here. How we doing, son? How we doing? And they're going to fake the handoff. Rodgers rolls out. Time to throw. Caught. Caught by DK Metcalf to the 50. First down. What a play by Aaron Rodgers. 8:37 left in the first. Smart play. Rolls out from the pressure. Gets DK. Crossing down the field. Perfect play. Got him, and DK gets more yards. Past midfield or the Steelers. All right. At least get field goal range for Boswell. The 48-yard line. Rodgers. Time to throw. Airs it to Metcalf. Is there a flag? Yes, there is. Pass interference. Lassiter called for the PI, I would assume. Let's see if it's on the defense. DK thinks it is. I think Lassiter got him more than, yep, he held him. PI should be. Lassiter fouls Metcalf, and that'll be pass interference, spot foul. Steelers have another first down. 1st and 10. 8:10 to go in the first quarter. Yep. So glad that DK's back, because if they didn't have him, oh my God, they'd be screwed. 29-yard line. First down in field goal range, or no, it's the 33. Hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell past the 30. Second down. They're definitely in Boswell's field goal range now. 2nd and 4. Worst comes to worst, as long as they don't throw a pick or fumble the ball, they should get 3 points here, which might matter a lot. Nice. 27-yard line. Rodgers, 16 seconds left on the play clock. 23-yard line for a first down. Gainwell gets a first down. Almost to the 20. Almost in the red zone are the Steelers. 1st and 10. Gainwell gets it. 7:18. Samalo gets the block. Nice block by Samalo. Opens the hole for Gainwell to run in. And he gets a first down on it. Almost gets him to the 20. Yeah, I don't know what the hell they're doing. That's just dumb. Now it's the 21-yard line. Because Real Madrid is player power FC. Generalissimo Mbappe wanted him sacked, so he got sacked. Basically. 2nd and 10. Generalissimo Mbappe. 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line. Don't throw a pick, and they'll have a field goal attempt at the end of this drive. Rodgers throws over the top, incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Mbappe's becoming an overrated player, in my opinion. Yeah, of course. Let's look at things here. He never won a Champions League with PSG. What happens as soon as he leaves? They win a Champions League. Real Madrid wins a Champions League the year before Mbappe gets there. What have they done since? They haven't won one. Makes you wonder how much. But Mbappe won a World Cup. It got to a World Cup final. Okay, but that France team is loaded. And for some reason, I don't know why, Steelers snap the ball. No flag for delay a game. Austin gets it closer, but that'll be a 4th down, or is Valdez-Scantling. Valdez-Scantling gets it closer. Fourth and 3, we'll get a field goal out of it. My bad. Boswell going for a field goal. 6-15, 32-yard attempt. Chris Boswell. He did miss that extra point. 17 for 17 in playoff games, as long as 49 yards. And Boswell will get it into the uprights. It's a field goal. 3-0 Steelers. Almost got it blocked, but he gets it through. 32-yard field goal for Chris Boswell. Zero to 3. That might matter a lot. Let's see. Mbappe I don't know why Mbappe is so not a problem with France. I don't know. I don't get it, really. I don't get why. Like, does Deschamps just know how to calm Mbappe down and make him play as part of a team? But then again, Mbappe got Benzema kicked off the national team, so God only knows. God only knows. I don't know. God only knows. I don't know what the hell. It's going to be worse because Zizou will be France's coach after the World Cup. I'm not happy about it. Maybe he's better than I think. Or maybe he'll be better than I think. But I'm not too psyched about it. You know. But we'll see how this goes. But thought Mbappe was eliminated from the Champions League by Arsenal. That was last year. I'm sure he'll get eliminated before like the quarterfinals this year, though. I'm sure. And we're off. Boswell kicks it off. That's going to drop at the 5. The Texans will have a chance to return. They get to the 20. Hit at the 25. Noel hit at the 25. 5:58 left in the first quarter. Let's see what the Texans can do to answer the Steelers' 3. Or will the Steelers' defense step up? Steelers looking for their first playoff win in 9 years. Their last playoff win was when Obama had 5 days left in his second term. That's how long this has been without a Steelers playoff win. And funnily enough, it was against the Chiefs, but who they play the next round? The Patriots. And that is a caught ball at the 30-yard line. .546, second down and 5. I think Sargent is good. Why go to the Canadian Man United? I've always thought Sargent was a fraud. Incomplete. 2nd and 6. No, it was not. Hit at the line. Third and one. And they're going to hand it off. Steelers will not get a stop there. The Texans will get a first down. Woody Marks gets the first down for the Texans. 4:32. Woody Marks, 5'10", 208, rookie running back from Atlanta, Georgia. He was drafted from USC, but he played for Mississippi State for 3 years before he transferred to USC. I'm sure some of you remember me covering state games where Woody Marks played. Hands it off. Woody Marks gets about 3-4 minutes. I love that the NFL just calls him by the name he wants to be called by instead of like everybody called him Woody, but like every graphic had Jaquavius when he was at State. But maybe because it was State, I don't know. CJ Stroud's a good quarterback. I don't think the Texans offense has that good of wide receivers besides Collins. Also, Woody's good, but I don't think the Texans are as perfect offensively as you'd like to say. Third down, Collins gets tackled after the swing pass. Now, I will say this. I think C.J. Stroud can carry the Texans farther than they probably should go. Plus their defense. They could win a Super Bowl with this defense. And if C.J. Stroud does solidly, but either way. 2:55 in the first quarter. They had 9 straight wins because of their defense. Because of how good their defense is. That's thrown and caught. Well, you still have to score points, but first down for Hutchinson. If the Texans didn't have the defense they would have, they would not be as good as they are. It's more of their defense. I think CJ's good. That defense is amazing, though. First and 10. 2:11. 4 for 6 for C.J. Stroud. They hand the ball off. Flea flicker. Stroud fumbles the ball. Steelers have it. Turnover by Stroud. What? What were you saying? 2:02 to go in the first quarter. Steelers get the ball. Sawyer. It was either a tip ball or was it a strip sack? And Hayward, no, it was caught by Yaya Black. Caught by Yaya Black before it hits the ground. I think that's it didn't hit the ground, so if it was a pass, it didn't hit the ground. It went forward. It's either a strip sack that didn't hit the ground or it's a pass that didn't hit the ground. Steelers get the ball. I don't see how you overturn that. 2:02 to go in the first quarter. Huh. Ben Roethlisberger and J.J. Watt on the Manning cast. It's funny because J.J. Watt played for the Texans, and he's also TJ's brother. Big Ben because Big Ben. May's a good quarterback for New England. Yeah. I don't know if he's Brady, but he's good. Junior FC finalizing deal to sign Luis Muriel from Orlando City. Actually, 20 seconds. Lol. Carrier, 2 goals in a minute. 20 seconds. Wow. That's crazy. But we'll get going. Just like that, it's 3-2 Habs. Who are the Habs playing? Well, I'll just check here. 9 p.m. for the Leafs. Jesus. Canadiens are playing the Canucks. The fact it's 3-2. The fact that it's 3-2. At least you got the lead. Dude, the Leafs beat the shit out of the Canucks, and y'all are winning 3-2. I'm not saying y'all are not as good as the Leafs, but if that doesn't show you the Leafs are back, I don't know what is. Steelers have the ball. It does stand as a pick. Sack opportunity, fumble recovery. So it's a fumble. A strip sack fumble that didn't hit the ground. Vancouver's playing us tough. And that's a handoff, and Warren gets nothing. Warren gets nothing. Vancouver's playing. Maybe they are, but you think they played the Leafs tough too? Well, still was 5-0 even if Steelers to snap it. No. Delay a game. Rodgers throws. And Metcalf did not make the catch. 3rd down. Wasn't that a foul? He hit his arm. No. What is your thoughts on Lucas Paquetá situation? Which one? Which one? Metcalf did not make the catch. It went off his hands. Damn, on the previous play. No. Snaps it, no delay of game. Rodgers throws down. Valdez-Scantling to the 50, but that will not be enough yardage. 4th down. So the Steelers will get nothing off the sack, and they'll have to punt the ball 4th and 5 at the 50. Nothing off the turnover. Damn it. But they'll end the quarter leading the game. And punted off by Waitman to the 10, and it's going to get caught and pushed out. They'll be at the 8-yard line to start. 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. Texans have the ball back. Steelers in the playoffs under Mike Tomlin. First 4 years, 5-2, 2 AFC championships, Super Bowl 43 champions. Last 14 seasons, 3-9, lost 6 straight, 8 seasons without a playoff win. And they will have Stroud throw it, and he will be pushed out. Receiver pushed out, second down. He said he will no longer play for West Ham ever. He wants to go Brazil, Tottenham, or Liga NOS. Well, there you go. I mean, I don't blame him. Besides, we're probably going to have to let him go when they get relegated. 2nd and 2, but that should end the quarter. They should not. They probably won't take another snap before the end of the first, and the first quarter is over. 3-0 Steelers.
Well,
so far, defensive stalemate, except the Steelers did get a field goal. Questions? Do you see Belichick taking the Ravens? No. No, he will not. Oh, my God, this is horrible. Do you see Bill Belichick? No, he will not take any NFL head coaching job unless he just wants to get out of freaking UNC that badly. Packers are now expected to try to work out a deal in the coming days to keep head coach Matt LaFleur in Green Bay, per sources. Schefter had that. What dumbass shit. After all, I'm not even a freaking... And the Canucks just tied it up against the Canadiens. Garbage. You okay, Rory? That's just stupid. That is stupid. They want to keep LaFleur. After all that, the Packers want to keep LaFleur. Why wouldn't you fire him? Oh, okay. Oh, they both play for the Bears. Okay. Joe Thuney and Grady Jarrett both play for the Bears now. Damn. And here comes the next play. 15 minutes left in the second quarter. Houston. 2 yards away from a first down. They get to the 15 and a half yard line. Stroud fumbles. Stroud throws. Incomplete. Stroud fumbled the snap and incomplete pass. Oh, my God. And that's a good offense to you? Or at least as awesome as they want to act like it is? Come on now. Stroud fumbled the snap. And somehow the Steelers don't make him pay. He gets the ball away, though. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Can the Steelers get a stop here? That'll be very good field position if they do. Stroud throws short. Caught. Kirk catches it, pushed out of bounds. First down. Steelers got to jump on some of these mistakes before they pay it back. West Ham's going down, yeah. So, I mean, Pocket Eye's going to leave there anyway. So, do with that what you will. Caught. Pushed out of bounds. Christian Kirk. No, the wide receiver's named Christian Kirk. 20-yard line. Well, he does have the same initials. He does. First and 10. And Stroud will throw. Incomplete. Second down and 10. 14-13. Second and 10. Collins, Porter covered Collins. Second and 10. Of course, we'll review this game once it's over. Stroud has time to throw down the middle and caught by Christian. No, it was Collins. Collins. Look, first and 10, 13-39. Stroud hands it off. Woody Marks gets about 6. Second down, Woody Marks. $13-20 on the second quarter. Second and 4. Woody Marks hit at the line. Brought down by Herbig. Third down. Third and 3. Third and 3. Stroud. Pressured. Throws. Caught. Caught by Schultz. Dalton Schultz makes the catch at midfield. Well, I don't know. I don't know, Jim. He might have not had control. I know. First and 10. Challenge it. I don't know if he had control. He was bobbling the balls. He went down. I don't know if he had control. I would challenge that. I guess not. Okay, hands it off. And Chubb gets about 8 yards. Second down when they won the conference league. I know. Columbus Aviators got Clayton Tune. Nine plays, 11:07. Hands it off. 1st and 10 at the 40, 39-yard line. Stroud hands it off. And the Texans offense finally have some momentum. 2nd down. Second and 4. Stroud. Marks goes to the outside. Keeps running. Marks. Still Woody Marks. And what a big game for Woody Marks. 9:30 to go in the 2nd quarter. Hands it off. Woody Marks gets to the 5-yard line. 5-yard line for the Texans. They're going to score here. I can tell you that right now. I'd be shocked if the Texans didn't. Texans are going to have to rely on the run. Huh. West Ham own fault. They treated Moy as a club legend like shit. I agree with that. Above. Moyes made the Europa League semifinal, won the Conference League. Yeah. And they haven't got a manager better than him. And look what Moyes is doing with Everton. Moyes took Everton from a relegation contender to safety. And he's also a legend over there. But he went back to Everton. What happened? Everton's going to be able to start being the Prem in their new stadium because they got Moyes. And Moyes kept them kept them alive. Yankees still no signing. I love it. Second and 3 at the 6-yard line for the Texans. Stroud throws short. Christian Kirk with a touchdown. Gets in at 7-3. Well, 6-3. Christian Kirk with a 6-yard TD catch. See if it's 6-3 or 7-3. Exactly. I was going to say Everton playing solid ball. I hate that they are, but they are. I don't like Everton, but I got to say the truth. They're playing solid ball. Snap, and it's going to be extra points, 7-3. Horrible camera work, but either way, 7-3 Texans. Steelers got to answer. Man, they should have got some off that fumble reception recovery. $45. We'll see how the second half or the second quarter goes, and we'll get to the second half. See what the Steelers do here. Waiting for the Steelers' next drive. Nah. No, I'm good. I'm good. Texans probably found the way to beat the Steelers, though. Just run the damn ball. $8:28, second quarter. And Fairbairn kicks off. I just don't want to bet, that's all. 40-yard line. Steelers get the kickoff to close to the 40. Gainwell. Steelers got to get some here. I just don't want to bet, that's all. Damn. 1st and 10. Rodgers throws it short and hit behind the line. 2nd down, Smith hit behind the line. 2nd 11. $8:07 the second quarter. 2nd and 10. They didn't lose much. Texans defense, first big jump. Rodgers throws incomplete. And there's a flag on the play. For what? Roughing the passer or grounding? Intentional grounding, offense, number 8. 3rd down. Yeah, that's a good call. No, it's intentional grounding. He threw it away. He didn't get out of the... Hunter gets to Rodgers and he makes him intentionally ground the ball. It's not against the Texans. He did not get out of the pocket. Just, if he ran an inch further, he probably wouldn't have got grounding on that. But either way. 3rd and 21 for the Steelers. They're not going to freaking convert this, but it'd be funny if they did. It'd be funny if they did. They're probably going to have to punt, whether they gain yards or not. 0 for 3 on 3rd downs, 9 yards to go. This is probably where the game turns to all Texans. If it wasn't the freaking throws down to Gainwell to the 40, and he gets about 10 of it back. Punt for the Steelers. Toe-to-toe makes the tackle. I mean, that play almost worked. 11-yard gain for Gainwell, but they're going to have to punt. Pretty somewhat solid field position. Waitman punts. That'll go to the 20. Just drops. Steelers down it at the 19. Could have been worse. Holcomb grounds. Can the Steelers get a stop here? But we'll see what the next drive has. Can the Steelers play better here? Huh. Waiting for the next drive here. First and 10 for the Texans. The 19-yard line. Damn, Woody Marks got hurt. Or he's good. He came back in the game, and he gets a 4 or 5 yard run, 2nd down. Yeah, the Texans just going to run the ball down the Steelers' throats now, which, you know what? Works. Second and 6. And he fumbles. Stroud fumbles the snap. And he's hit. Sacked. And he fumbles the ball. Steelers get it back. Steelers get it back. Stroud fumbles again. Steelers get the ball with 20 yards to get to the end zone. Don't screw this up. Steelers in prime scoring territory. In the red zone. Stroud fumbles the ball again. And the Steelers land on it. TJ Watt recovers the fumble. And the Steelers have it in the red zone. Stroud's second fumble of the night. They got to score off this one. If they don't, this just ain't the Steelers' night. Fumble. Pittsburgh Steelers. Recovered his own fumble, fumbled again. At the 21-yard line, Pittsburgh are in the red zone, or about to be. Rodgers flips it short to Gainwell, and he gets nothing. Okay, they suck. Petre makes the tackle for a loss as well. So it's second and 12. You bunch of idiots. My God. Yep. I just knew the Texans would be tough. Like they're not going to let them get an easy short field score. Not many teams would like it, but the Steelers defense, 3 and out on 2 straight drives for the Steelers. Second and 12. Rodgers, time to throw. Throws short to Gainwell. Gainwell caught at the knees by Lassiter. And the Steelers, best they're going to get out of this is a field goal. They're going to be a point down if they don't shape up. Lassiter. 2 fumbles by Stroud, and the best the Steelers could do is 3 points on the second one. 0-4 on third downs, 12 yards to go average. The Texans defense is cranking it up. .451 in the second quarter. Rodgers, time to throw to Gainwell. Gainwell. Gets everything but 1 yard. 4th and 1. What are they going to do? 4th and 2. What are they going to do? Will they kick it? Or will they go for the touchdown? Gainwell gets all of it but 2 yards. I thought he got 11. 4th or 2 or less, go is their analytics. And they're going to go. Steelers have to get this to keep the drive alive. If they don't, they will get 0 points off another fumble. Rodgers throws. Thielen, first down. Steelers keep it alive. Adam Thielen with an end around. And the Steelers keep it alive. 3:52 to go in the second. 1st and goal. Rodgers gets the Thielen. They keep it alive. Going for it was smart. Handoff to Gainwell. Short throw to Thielen around the outside, and he got there. At the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. Allowed touchdown on 94% of goal-to-go drives for the Texans, 31st. They're going to hand it off to Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren gets about a yard, 2nd and goal. 3:10 to go in the second quarter. They're the second worst in the NFL on goal-to-go drives, the Texans are. Knowing the Steelers, they're probably not going to get shit off of it because, you know, that's what they do. 2nd and goal. .248. 5 tackles, 1 for a loss by Kamari Lassiter. To the 8-yard line. Rodgers throws over the head, incomplete. 3rd and goal. Flag on the play. Flag on the play for who? An eligible man downfield on the Steelers. Penalties declined. 3rd down. Okay, so it's still 3rd and 8. 3rd and goal from the 8. They did not take the penalty. I guess maybe you just want to get them off the field instead of giving them time to get 2 plays instead of 1. Morin, I guess. It's 1 play to defend unless they get so close they could do the tush push. 4 for 5, 35 yards, 0 first downs on 3rd. Rodgers is sacked. Rodgers is sacked on 3rd down. They're going to have to kick a field goal. Steelers will be down a point if they score. Boswell for his 2nd field goal of the game. And the Texans are horrible on goal-to-go drives, and guess what? The Steelers can't score a touchdown against the 2nd worst team on goal-to-go drives. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Two-minute warning, 4th and goal, field goal. 4th, 2-minute warning in the 4th quarter. Steelers have a field goal try coming up. So sad. Steelers going for a kickoff or field goal. Who do you got for this game? I got the Steelers. I had the Steelers winning it, but they're going to be a point down, but I saw Josh Sargent TFC rumor. I don't like it. I think he's mid at best. And the Steelers have a field goal attempt, 35-yarder from Boswell. His last was a 32. He has not missed one in the playoffs, and he still has not missed one in the playoffs. It's 7-6. Chris Boswell with a 35-yard field goal. That might be the last points of the half. I don't know. I think they want to give him $18 million or send Norwich $18 million, which that's too much for him. Like, I don't hate, like, he might be good in MLS, but $18 million good? No. No. Stroud, 4 fumbles, 2 loss. Only positive is his age. I mean, yeah, he's young. I wouldn't say he's like, he's got to really push forward or make the MLS make him look amazing. Boswell to kick it off. Kirk. And Noel gets to the 20. And he gets tackled by Skoronek. Yep. 151. So it's what, a minute? 71 seconds or so? No, 119 seconds or whatever. 111 seconds? 111 seconds. I'm not good at that. 151. Own 17 is where the Texans have started average. Steelers own 42. Woody Marks to the 24. Where is that? It is Woody, 24. Second down, 140. 2nd and 6. 133. Steelers have 3 timeouts. Texans have 2. 126. Texans will get the ball back to start the second half. The Steelers keep it within a point or get some points. 2nd and 6. Stroud throws, caught. Kirk down 1 yard away from the first down marker. Seven to 6. 107 to go in the second quarter. Hey, Rory, how you doing? If you're still here. Third and 1. And that'll be a sneak, and they'll get a first down on it. That second push. There we go. Second push gets them a first down. 55 seconds. Caught. 41 seconds, and I think the Texans finally took a timeout. Steelers take one? Steelers took one, I guess. 2nd and 5. Seven to 6. Timeout. Steelers are down by 1. See if they could get this game. They will have to defend the kick top of the second half. Both. or a doppelganger that wants to troll for sure. But do you think TFC contenders will be contenders this year? Honestly, I have no idea. I still don't trust Robin Fraser that much. They should be a playoff contender, as in make the playoffs or get close to making the playoffs, but with Robin Fraser, I have no clue. Now, if they called the Pirate, they would win in spite of any other problems they have. But, though there'd still be problems, but I don't think Robin Fraser could paper over the cracks. Either way, close to the halftime. NFL draft commercial, I guess. They could push for the brink of the playoffs. Depends on the signing. I mean, I like some of the signings that they're making. I just don't think Robin Fraser's tactics are good enough. Probably 10th, 9th, 8th, somewhere like that. A wild card team at best. The Texans took a timeout. Okay. Playing forward. Stroud. Stroud throws deep. And it's caught. Incomplete. He drops the ball. I agree. No. My bad. Well, I agree that it was incomplete. He dropped the ball, but I like the Bears more than the Packers. Not that I care. I really could care less. Patriots. I mean, I'm a Patriots fan and a Steelers bandwagoner. But it was funny to watch. Hey, the Bears finally got one over the Packers. Or I should say 2 times they've got one over on the Packers recently. Aaron Rodgers is awesome, though. Can't believe I hated him for so long. I do like Aaron Rodgers. I've grown to like him. Kind of started when he was with the Jets, but even though I hate the Jets, but either way. Caleb Williams, easy. Easy, Caleb Williams. Caleb's the better quarterback. Jordan Love's a fraud. Malik Willis is better. 3rd and 5. Like, I'm not going to front. I'm more afraid of the Packers if Malik Willis plays. Throws down, 1st down, Kirk. 28 seconds. Timeout for the Texans. 28 seconds. Jordan Love threw for 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no picks. And he still lost. That's LaFleur's fault. But, again, maybe Malik Willis hadn't been part of a freaking choke like Jordan Love has. Jordan Love's only playoff win was against the Cowboys. Because it's the damn Cowboys. Clearly outperformed. Caleb, please explain. I said overall Caleb's the better quarterback. I'm not just using that one game. At least Caleb knows. But what I care about is Caleb Williams is better at winning games late. If they're both solid quarterbacks and one's better at winning games late, it's the guy who wins games late. Is good at making comebacks. Throws, and that's going to be incomplete. to Collins. 22 seconds. 2nd and 10. Texans trying to get into field goal range. Slavkovsky scored. I got the Bears. I think the Rams they're shaky at best. The Rams don't play well against the good teams, and they play worse against the bad teams. Maybe it's Ben Johnson, but Caleb's a better quarterback than Jared Goff, so I think that also helps. I mean, yeah, he did make Jared Goff look like an MVP, so who knows. Incomplete. No, he hits him. He dropped it. Incomplete. Peyton Wilson with a big tackle there. 3rd and 10. 16 seconds. It might be Ben Johnson, but Caleb is better than Goff. Like, pre-Ben Johnson. It's also going to be really cold. Rams have never won in that type of weather under McVay. And sadly enough, when you played in St. Louis, where'd they play? A dome. Wilson knocks the ball out of his hands with his head. Genius. So even when they played in St. Louis, it was a dome. So not that matters anymore. 3rd and 10. 18 seconds. Can the Steelers? Stroud. Sacked. Throws, and Schultz out of bounds. 3rd and 10. 4th down and 5. And Stroud is coming off. No, he's not. Fairbairn. They're going to try to let the Texans get this 4th and 6. 13 seconds, and it might be a long field goal. Or no, are they going for a long field goal anyway? Fairbairn from a long field goal. 5-3 Habs. Okay, there we go. No, they're going to punt it. Townsend's going to punt with 13 seconds to go. Steelers won't get any points, but Texans won't either. Texans will not double dip going into the second half. And that'll be down at the 10-yard line. And the half is over. 7-6. Texans lead by 1. Defensive. I know, that's hilarious. Houston gets the ball to start the second half. Steelers. Defense. Both defenses are solid. Texans get a touchdown. Steelers have 2 field goals. It's 7-6, not 6-7. Either way. We'll take a short break at half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, be back. Well, not talk about stats, but you get my point. Sit tight, be back. 30 more minutes to decide what the divisional round looks like. Can the Steelers get ahead? Both defenses are playing well. Texans had 1 good touchdown drive, and they haven't had anything else. Steelers have had 2 field goal drives, haven't had anything else. This game might end up 9-7. It might. Which I'm not mad about if it is, as long as the Steelers win. With that being said, sit tight, be back. We're back for the second half, and it is 7-6 for the Texans leading, and they get the ball back to start the second half. 6 minutes to the start of the second half. The Steelers, their defense, both defenses are playing amazingly. Offenses are hot garbage, except for 2 field goal drives for the Steelers and 1 touchdown drive for the Texans. And frankly, the Texans' touchdown drive was very good. Charlotte FC drafted Jaheim Wickham, grew up squad debt after TNT squad after Denzel. Okay. Three goals in 6 minutes. You don't get this big news. Wickham is 6'3". Denzel's just like 6 foot or 5'11". Well, that's pretty good. 6'3". $2.59 in the second half. But we'll see what happens. Second half about to start. We'll see how the second half goes. That's tall. Denzel's great, but I have no complaints. But I have a keeper at the MLS level be fantastic. Well, that'd be awesome. I mean, if he gets there, that would be, or if he does well, that'd be awesome. Be awesome. He does well. Second half, let's see. Well, here we go, second half. Habs' second line has been unbelievable, as they have been normally. Big Times hope York stays for 2030 campaign, and we get Canada manager before Jesse, World Cup loading. Well, Herdman went to Indonesia, so you ain't going to get him. Unless Indonesia sacks him dumbly like you would. Well, I don't know about you would expect, but here we go. Second quarter, or second half, third quarter. Oh. 15 minutes, Steelers to kick off the second half. And Noel knocked out, 1st and 10. I read about that. So for the FIFA series. One and 10 playoff record while trailing at halftime for Mike Tomlin. His only win was the 2010 divisional versus the Ravens. Stroud rolls out. Hayward in his face, and he completes the throw to the 35. First down. Well, 1st and 10. And that's going to be a first down. Woody Marks runs for a first. Oh, they're screwed. First and 10. 13:46. 13:40. Stroud throws it down the middle. Caught. And if the Steelers allow a touchdown, they're screwed. I don't care. Stroud doing better in the second half. Down to the 30. Good catch. And that's why you need a touchdown off of a fumble like that. 13:24. Player down hurt. Hayward was injured during the play. Damn it. 14-yard pass for the Texans to get a first down. Good for the Habs. Josh Anderson gets back. Waiting for the next part of the drive. $13:24. Can the Steelers make a stop? Stroud hands it off, and Woody Marks gets past to the 19 or the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Yep, Texans are about to get a touchdown. This is ugly. Second and 1. Stroud hands it off. Woody Marks is hit, but that's a first down. First and 10. Hands it off to Woody Marks. He goes to the outside, and he's hit about 4 yards after the run. 2nd down. Second and 6. Stroud throws, caught, Schultz hit. 3rd down. Buffalo finally lost to Florida. I don't know why that's not surprising. Raptors lost. Third and 4. Stroud throws. Picked off by the Steelers. Lord. Picked off by the Steelers. Steelers pick it off. 3 turnovers. Eccles makes the catch. There you go. Damn. Wow, they almost... What a catch by Eccles. Picked it off. He picked it off, and the Steelers get the ball back now. See if it stands. Will be a 4th down field goal attempt if it is overturned. He could have just ran for the 3rd down. He's single-handedly given the game away. Well, if the Steelers got to score on those turnovers. The bullshit is real. It's called a watch-along. If I show the game, I get a copyright strike. So there you go for that. Eccles with a catch. Brandon Eccles makes the interception. My God. Stroud's had 3 turnovers, and the Steelers have only turned those into 3 points as of now. If the Texans end up losing, they need to leave Stroud on the tarmac. What an idiot. You had to check down on the out route. Who told CJ to keep turning it over? You idiot. You had it on the out route. You had to check down on the out route. Just take the fall, bruh. CJ Stroud too inexperienced, damn it. He's played multiple playoff games. What do you mean inexperienced? The dude played Baltimore. Was that last year or the year before? He's had like what? 3? No, he's been to 3 playoff experiences. He's won multiple playoff games. He beat... Oh, yeah, no, that was his first year. Yeah, the new jerseys were last year. Yeah, Baltimore. He played Baltimore, won a playoff game, played Baltimore, and almost won. He won a playoff game last year. He's never done this. Game Thomas set to leave Defense Force after Champions Cup. You know, understandable. Steelers hand it off, try to get out of their back end, and they get to the 10-yard line. They get away from the end zone. 2nd down. Second and 3. 9:55. Rodgers hands it off, and Warren gets almost all of the yardage. Why didn't he run it down? That was just a dumb play. This is like a really bad CJ Stroud performance. I'm not defending him as in, no, this is a bad performance. But I'm also not saying. First and 10. Steelers got the first down. 9:12 to go the 3rd quarter. Flag on the play. False start, Steelers. 5-yard penalty, first down. Jonnu Smith with a false start. Told you making the Champs Cup would open more doors for Trinidad football. I agree. First and 15, 8:46 to go, the third quarter. Steelers quick throw, and that was a dumb play. Petre makes a tackle, second and 15. Calvin Austin gets a 0-yard pass, second and 15. They finally threw it to Calvin Austin, and he gets smacked at the line. At the 9-yard line, second and 15. Average completion, 3.7 yards downfield, shortest in the NFL. Rodgers throws, caught to the 15-yard line. Calvin Austin makes the catch, third down. CFU could never do what CONCACAF is currently doing and still doing for the Caribbean. I don't care who is angry. No, what CONCACAF's doing for the Caribbean is amazing. Nationally and club-wise. We'll have to play the worthless Bills again. Yeah, we knew that after the Chargers loss. 0 third down conversions in the first half of a playoff game for the first time since 1989. Can the Steelers finally get their first third down conversion? Rodgers throws downfield, caught. Valdez-Scantling for a first. I thought you were going to stream Leafs and Avalanche. No, I never said I was going to do that. Habs win 6-3. I told you it'd be Monday Night Football. 6:40. Hands it off. Gainwell. And he got caught up at the line. What idiocy. Second down. Second and 12. Second and 12. Rodgers gets out. Time to throw. Incomplete. Third and 12. Bounces it low. Damn it. Steelers, third and 12. 1 for 7 on third down, 11.3 average yards to go. Steelers trying to get another third down conversion. Rodgers throws moon ball. Deep. Austin. Incomplete. No flags. Fourth down and 12. Incomplete. No flag. Austin, I don't know, man. I think he has an argument. I think he has an argument. 4th and 12. Steelers to punt it away. 0 points. 3 points off turnovers. That's it. If they lose this game, that's exactly what the problem is. The Steelers have 3 points off turnovers. 3. Brought down at the 30. Texans will start at the 30. That's the problem. If the Steelers lose, it's because they had 3 points off of turnovers. Three. That's it. 3. 3 points off of turnovers. Garbage. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Texans defense is carrying. Stroud's trying to blow the game. Stroud's trying to blow the game, and the Texans defense is trying to what? Oh, no. Okay, if it's like that, I won't complain. But beige Leafs jersey? What the hell? Damn. George Kittle asked for tequila after tearing his Achilles, so Jed York sent a bottle of Patron from his suite to his tight end, which Kittle finished before leaving the arena. Okay. Texans have the ball. But Steelers are down 1 point, giving the ball away on a punt. You could argue there was a PI there. Five minutes left in the third quarter. And 5:33 in the third quarter, and the Texans had the ball back. And that's going to be Stroud throwing to the outside, about 5 yards. 5:25. Second down and 5. Hutchinson gets to the outside. .35-yard line. Hands it off. Flag on the play. 2 yards gain. Let's see. 2 yards gain on the tackle of Marks. Who's the flag on? Offense. 5-yard penalty, second down. Dalton Schultz, illegal motion. 2nd and 10 on the Texans. Second and 10. -3 turnover margin tonight for the Texans. Stroud tackled at the line. 3rd and 10. Not much of a gain, but it's something. 3rd down and 10. 4:21. (15, 16, 17, 18, 19 minutes left in this game. 4 minutes to go. 3rd and 10. Can the Steelers stop the Texans from incomplete? Collins falls. It's incomplete. 4th and 10. Steelers get the ball back. Texans will punt. 3:54 to go the third quarter. No points have been scored in this quarter yet. Defensive slugfest and offensive mistakes. Pretty much the story of this game. Collins tripped. No flag on Joey Porter Jr. And Townsend to punt from the 20-yard line. Caught, and they're going to try to run it. Calvin Austin to the 25. 1st and 10. Steelers can take the lead with a field goal or a touchdown. Can they find a way to drive down the field? Okay, that's awesome. But waiting for the next quarter or the next drive. What can the Steelers do on this drive? 50th anniversary of the terrible towel. And we will see how this goes. Steelers have the ball back. Let's see what they do with it, because God only knows. We'll have the review after this game is over, and we'll have our divisional predictions out tomorrow. Wednesday, we'll have the AFCON semifinal, live in RSR. Thursday, we're off. Friday, we have AFCON final prediction if Morocco makes it. If not, we have nothing. Saturday, we'll do, if the Broncos-Bills game's the early game, we'll do the Broncos-Bills game live, and then we'll do Canada-Guatemala live RSR. Sunday, it all depends on Morocco. But there will be an all-divisional round recap on Sunday. Rodgers throws. Caught. 1st down. Caught by Thielen. Caught by Adam Thielen. 1st down. 3:30 to go, the 3rd quarter. First and 10, 3:09 to go. Big Ben is on the Manning cast. Yep. Rodgers throws. Caught, and Jonnu can't make any gain. Al-Shaair tackles him. 2nd down. Maybe a yard short. 2nd 11. Loses a yard. 2:39. Man, this game is kind of garbage. .225. Steelers have 12 seconds on the play clock. Rodgers in the shotgun. Time to throw. Incomplete. They get in his face. Throws incomplete. 3rd and 11. That was just, I don't know what he was. Not good enough. Texans defense is all over them. 3rd and 11. Can't really string together many plays. And the Steelers get back on the ball, but they'll have to punt it. 4th down. Strip sack, but Steelers get back on the ball and they'll have to punt. Strip sack. Luckily, they got back on it. Punt. Steelers punt it away. Noel gets it to the 20, and he's out of bounds. 1:29 the 3rd quarter. $16 minutes left in this game. So the 23-yard line is where Houston is. At this point, the only way the Steelers score a touchdown is if they pick it, get a freaking pick six. That's the only way. Wouldn't shock me if they did. Habs keep pace with Detroit and Tampa. Yeah. Steelers punt the ball away. Let's see what the Texans do on the drive. 1:29 left 3rd quarter, 7-6. We might have another scoreless quarter. And even if the Texans do score, it's probably going to be at the start of the 4th, let alone. Damn. Oh, Lord. 1:29, 3rd quarter. Caught. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 1:25 to go. Oh, this is just, oh my God. Qatar in talks with FIFA to host first Women's Club World Cup. Oh, it's the Club World Cup in January 2028. But still, that's just. Oh my God. Collins is hurt. He's walking off the field. Like, do they realize how, like, Qatar's anti-LGBTQ. Do they realize how many women's footballers and fans are identify as LGBTQ? Do they realize how stupid Qatar would be? Fumbled, and Stroud fumbled the snap, and he gets hit down by Highsmith. Like, that makes, like, I don't get it. A Women's Club World Cup in Qatar. How that could go horribly. That could go horribly. Stroud fumbled the snap again. Jesus Lord. Third 15. Third and 15. Texans 7 out of 8 on third down. They're 0-3 since. Stroud has time to throw. He goes deep. It is caught by Kirk, and he keeps it. And a deep catch, a big reception, and of course, Steelers not jumping on that fumble causes them to pay for it. They flip the field. They flip the field. Kirk gets the catch, and he runs to the 45, out of bounds at the 43. Damn. End of the third quarter. No scores. Seven to 6. I'm a Patriots fan. I don't know why you're so confused. Either way. End of the third quarter, and the Texans have the ball at the 36. I think that was game. That was the game, I bet. 15 minutes to go. If the Texans get a touchdown here, that was the game. Xabi Alonso to United. More likely Liverpool. Why is this game so boring? Defensive clash. That's why. I don't. Field goal here ends the game. Probably. I'd laugh if the Steelers got a touchdown after that. One more team will be in the divisional round, and the Texans are close. Fourth quarter, 7 to 6. Under center, Stroud is. Hands it off. Hit at the line. Second down. Flag on the play. 14:56 to go. Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. First down. Titus Howard called for holding. It's 1st and 20. Pushes them back to the 46. +78 point differential in the fourth quarter. Steelers -42 throughout the season. So that's bad news. 1st and 20. To the 46-yard line. Stroud holds the snap, hand it off, hit at the 40, and that's a 2nd down. And it looks like Collins is out. 14-23. 2nd and 13. Well, that does mean the Patriots have nobody to worry about if the Texans do play the Patriots. 2nd and 13. At the 39-yard line. They're still behind the sticks. 13:58. Stroud throws, caught to the 35. Kirk gets a 3rd down, and it'll be about 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for the Texans. Can the Steelers keep them to a field goal? They have to for any chance to win this game, because they would be down 4 points with a field goal. Texans are 7 for 9 on 3rd down. Steelers are 0 for 6. That was a 4th down conversion. Yeah, true. 3rd and 6. Stroud takes the snap. Rush. Incomplete. No flag. 4th and 6. Joey Porter Jr. Still 13 minutes. Calm down. The Steelers have only been able to manage through 2 field goals. So, unless they could just pull some magic out of their own ass. Now, yeah, the Houston Texans have only been able to manage 1 touchdown and maybe even a field goal. But 51-yard attempt for Kymie Fairbairn. 10 seasons, 44 field goals all this season, tied for most all time. Fairbairn from 51. Steelers will see him make it. Fairbairn makes it 10-6. $51-yard field goal. Fairbairn makes it 10-6. Easy. Made it look easy. 51-yard field goal. Steelers get the ball back. See what they do here. They at least got to score on this drive in some way, shape, or form. How will they do it? I have no clue. I have 0 clue how they're going to do it. They just need to do it. Just need to score in some way, shape, or form. Leafs score first. Oh my God, I can't believe it. That won't last for long, but they have the lead. Wow, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Wow, I'm happy about that. Y'all got a very good defense. You're lucky the Steelers' offense sucks ass too. It's both. Like, your defense is amazing. Yes. The Steelers' offense, even with DK, honestly sucks ass. It may be better than yours, but not by much. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let me tell you that. Oh, they did play it. Awesome. They did play Your Love at Gillette Stadium last night. Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback, too. He throws 3 yards of completion. That ain't going to work against this Texans defense. Sadly, this might be the one time where Russell Wilson might have been better. It's funny. Last year, the team that the Steelers played, Rodgers would have been the better quarterback to play the Ravens with that roster. This year, Russell Wilson might have been the better quarterback to play against the Texans. Weirdly enough. Steelers get the ball back. I still think he's garbage. Don't get me wrong. I still think Russell Wilson's garbage, but I think he would have been... Dude could throw moon balls, though, which would be perfect against this Texans defense. Not saying they don't have a secondary, but just have to have time to let the play build up, but he could get out of the pocket before. Either way. Rodgers at the 31-yard line. Gainwell has it to the outside. Kenneth Gainwell to the 40. Good. 12:56. Divisional round times and networks announced after the game. So maybe by the time I make the review, I'll tell you what Saturday, Sunday looks like. $12:31 to the 45-yard line. 11:24. Steelers got to get points on this drive. They have to find some points. Rodgers throws it deep. Austin caught. He caught it. He caught it. 2nd and 10. Austin catches it, but they're going to call it incomplete. Challenge. Challenge it. Challenge it. Damn it. Challenge it. Austin makes the catch as he's going down. Challenge it. I think you could say he caught it. I think you could say he caught it. He had his hands under it the whole time once he caught it. No challenge by Tomlin. What the? Damn you, Tomlin. Well, 2nd and 10 and 3rd down. What a stupid play. You throw a moon ball just to run it and get eaten up by the Texans defense. You fucking idiot. How about maybe throw something, you stupid bastard? You get to midfield to do nothing. Yay. 1 for 9 on 3rd down. 11.3 average yards to go. 11:42. Can't wait to see how much this is a stupid play. How much this gets blown up. 5 seconds. Rodgers sacked the fucking course. And he fumbled the ball. That's the game. That's the game. That's the game. Touchdown for Sheldon Rankins. You fucking idiots. That's the game. 16-6. Steelers lose. Steelers lose. Sheldon Rankins, fumble recovery, touchdown. That's the game. Steelers lose. Fucking idiots. That's why you should challenge the play, you dumbass. Why you should challenge the play, you dumbass. You still have to play the Bills. You still have to play the Bills. The Texans are still the 5 seed. And besides, the guy who makes the Texans offense good is injured. Sheldon Rankins with a touchdown. Well, Steelers are going to lose this game. Sheldon Rankins touchdown. And there's the extra point, 17-7. That's game. That's game. Oh, it's actually 17-6. My bad. 17-6. 11-point deficit. That's game. That's game. Nope, that's game. That's game. Garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Yeah. Because what they should have done was challenge the first catch, but they don't. They get stopped at the line. He fumbles the ball. Gainwell to the 30. Well, there you go. Me and Isaiah only have one team left each of the AFC playoffs. The Steelers don't know how to win a playoff game to save their fucking lives. I'd rather have an AFC divisional where if my team loses, I win either way. My main team loses, I win either way. Now, if we can't beat the Steelers, do we have any shot in hell of beating the Bills or the freaking Broncos? No, we don't. No, we didn't at all. And I don't think the Steelers do either. So who gives a shit? You're probably right. Who gives a shit? You're probably right. If the Steelers beat the Patriots, do I think they had a shot in hell if they somehow made it? If they had a shot in hell of beating the Broncos and Bills? No, they don't. And Freiermuth, no catch. 2nd and 10. No, I do not. But you're right. Maybe I shouldn't care. Maybe I should just be like, hey, you know what? The Patriots are moving on, and they're playing the Texans, and they probably should beat the Texans because the Patriots actually have a good offense. Oh, and by the way, he got carted off. You really think that Collins is going to be back? No, he's probably not. What dude gets carted off and is back? Well, okay, Kamario Taylor, but that was a bowl game. Okay, so maybe there's a one-time lightning don't strike twice. 3rd down, Rodgers. Quick play, throw down the middle, Freiermuth, caught. And that is a flag on the play. This is over, dude. I know. Flag on the play. Let's see who it is. They were not in motion, or they weren't set, I bet. It's false start, yeah? Yeah, exactly. Defense, penalties decline, 1st down. If the Steelers somehow score a touchdown here, I guess it's not. I guess it's not over. Freiermuth made the catch at midfield. Steelers got to get a touchdown here, though, and then make a stop and then somehow get another touchdown, which it's not out of the realm of possibility, but it's not likely. 2 straight touchdown drives for the Steelers, I would be surprised. I would be surprised. If they got one here, I'm not so surprised. Not completely. And Rodgers gets sacked at midfield. You suck. Retire. Retire, old man. Retire, old man. Never will be a Broncos fan. Fuck the Broncos. Fuck the Broncos. Fuck them. Okay, if they're playing the Chiefs, I'll root for the Broncos to win. But other than that, I hate the Chiefs more. Rodgers. Throws it. Incomplete. Metcalf. What the hell were they thinking there? 9:40. Well, it's all up to you, Patriots. I think the Texans are beatable by the Patriots. Well, I gotta watch how mad I get. How about... You really think? Rodgers throws, tipped ball. Can we just end the game now? Well, Mike Tomlin, leave. Go away. Leave. Punt the ball. The Steelers will punt. If the Texans get any points off this drive, the game is well and truly over. Garbage. What? Minecraft? No. Probably will never happen. Minecraft stream probably will never happen. You have no offense. Again, the Texans have no offense. Your main wide receiver just got carted off the field. Christian Kirk is not going to get the moments he got. Against the Patriots. The Patriots defense, well, is about as good as the Steelers, except they have a good offense. There's your problem. Drake May's not going to throw a disaster class on at the same time. Now, you could say, but Stroud, the Patriots could cause him to have a disaster class, too. The point is Drake May won't be as shitty as Aaron Rodgers is. And at least he can run out of the pocket if he is under duress. So do that what you will. I just hope the Patriots still get the late game on Sunday. Or if they don't, I hope Morocco loses. Avs winning 2-1. There we go. There it is. First and 10 for the Texans. I guarantee you that Rams-Bears is going to be the late game on Sunday if the Steelers don't win. Second and 8. 8:53 to go. Like, how do you let a disaster class from CJ Stroud beat you? Like, how? Oh, when you're the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs, that's how. Garbage. $8.15. Hands it off. Chubb. It's about 2 yards. Well, at least the Patriots went to the next round. And they're going to play the early game on Sunday. Because Bears-Rams is the other one. You know damn well. Oh, concussion for Collins. Oh, he might be back next week. Well, he might be back. Well, if he got carted off with a concussion, he might be out next week. Now, Gonzo, on the other hand, at least he walked off in his own power. 3rd down. Ain't looking good for the Steelers. I know. They do the same shit every year. Fire Mike Tomlin. Get him gone. Man, I can't wait till Kamario Taylor goes to the Steelers after winning a Heisman and a national championship. I can't wait. 3rd and 4. And 1st down. Just score a touchdown and end this damn thing, please. Christian Kirk, player of the game. If he wasn't so good, the Texans wouldn't have won. So, let's put it like that. First and 10. Hit at the line. And that's exactly why you can't punt losing in the 4th. Wow. Whoa. 5:45. Hands it off to the 30-yard line. 3rd down. Well, the Patriots won, so I guess I have something nice. I think the Patriots will win over the Texans next week. I don't really like the fact that I'm going to have to double up the damn Morocco game with a Patriots game. I don't really like I'm going to have to do that, but, whatever. Let's see, what time does that game start? Because I know 2:30 is where the divisional. I have to do the damn Morocco game. I have to. If they make the AFCON final. If they do, I should say. If they do. Maybe they lose on Wednesday and this isn't a problem, but it is a 1 p.m. game, so the second half will be halfway over by the time the Patriots game starts. Fuck. Stroud. And then do the review of the Morocco game after the Patriots game is over, and then do the weekend review after the final wild card is over. Or hopefully, well, no, I can't say that because shit. Who's the best quarterback in the playoffs right now? May or Williams? May or Williams? You might have to get a Patriots. You might get an AFCON final double with the Patriots game. You might. If the frickin' Steelers lose this, because God only knows. Well, most likely, they probably still would have picked Rams-Bears for the late game on Sunday, even if the Steelers won. Yeah, but there was a better chance. There was a better chance the Patriots could have got the late game if it was the Steelers, knowing they both have 6 Super Bowls. But yeah, no, Bears, Rams. But Bears-Rams is going to get it because it's the Rams. Herbig for a face mask. 343. But it's the Rams. We care about L.A. We want L.A. to care. So they're going to get the late game on Sunday night. Get the fuck on. Nobody. I won't be mad about it anymore if Morocco loses on Wednesday. But if they don't, well, besides, going live to review a game, reviewing a game, and then reviewing another weekend of NFL games after is just shit. Sucks. 343. At least I can go live for the early game on Saturday before the Canada game, and who even knows? I just covered Morocco. It's like when Messi first got to MLS. I can't even say it goes well, but like I cover Morocco because it may pop off. Hasn't really done that this month, which that pisses me off even more. Woody Marks with a touchdown. That's king. Woody Marks scores a touchdown. 23-6. Woody Marks, 13-yard rush touchdown. (24-6) for the extra point. 338. Well, I guess the Patriots are playing at 2:30 on Sunday. Fuck the Rams. And that's a good extra point. 24-6. But the Patriots might get the benefit of the doubt because they're 6-time Super Bowl champions. You're right. We should get the benefit of the doubt, but no, we won't. Because the Rams are the Rams. Like, the Patriots return, the return of the Empire should be Sunday Night Football. I don't give a fuck if the Rams are the Rams. But no, because the Rams are so good. You know, the Rams are amazing. You know, the Rams they should win another Super Bowl with Matt Stafford, even though they play down the competition all the time. But we got to grease the freaking Rams and ride them like a freaking bull. You know? They're going to get Sunday Night Football. Thanks, Steelers. Now you make me have to do a double with Morocco, you fucks. And now you make me have to wait 3 hours to put out the review of the AFCON final, so that video ain't going to do well. The last time I put out a freaking AFCON video 3 hours later, the video did shitty. Thank you, Steelers. At this point, because of your dumbass, hope Morocco loses on Wednesday. Thank you. You make me want Morocco to lose. Fuck you. Pittsburgh. Yes, I will. The Rams, that fraudulent team who has no fan base, except some cucks in St. Louis who still root for them for no reason when they shouldn't. And some old Rams fans that are happy they're back, and some idiot kids who are like, oh, we finally got a team. My parents used to root for them. Fuck that team. And fuck Stan Kroenke. Give me the Patriots on Sunday night. Do you think the Seahawks would make it all the way? I mean, it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. What would cheer me up is if the Patriots still play on Sunday night next week. Somehow. That's what would cheer me up. But a super chat wouldn't hurt. Super chat wouldn't hurt. 327. How about just I don't know. Nobody likes Stan Kroenke because he's a piece of shit. St. Louis fans hate him because he stole the team from St. Louis when he's from St. Louis. Arsenal fans hate him because he doesn't spend money. Colorado fans, I have no idea. They probably like him except for Rapids fans because now Rapids fans get treated like St. Louis because St. Louis is now in LA. Kroenke's a bastard. Kroenke is a bastard. The Rams should still be in St. Louis. They should still be at the Edward Jones Dome. They should have never been moved, or at least on the riverfront. They should have never been moved. And Kroenke got him here. He helped Georgia Frontier bring him to St. Louis. And what happened? The man is from St. Louis and took him back to L.A. because that makes a lot of money. What? Did you want to make money by bringing him to your hometown, and then 20 years later when Georgia's idiotic kids, and that's a pickoff, that's the game. Texans intercept Rodgers, that's the game, and that should be a pick six. I hope it is. I hope it is. I hope it is. Touchdown. Touchdown Texans. Pick six. Pick six, 30-6. 2:39. Drake May. Drake May. Bullock makes the pick. Touchdown. Pick six for the Texans. Bullock. Because the Steelers are losing 30-6. Bullock gets the interception. Kalen Bullock. Touchdown. Huh. 31-6 will be the game. Cal McNair, the CEO of the Texans, is there. And the Steelers have gone out like punks again. What do you know? Fucking losers. Maybe it was over before it started, but I thought the Steelers just gave you enough belief to hope they would win the game, and then they pissed all over themselves. Huh, what do you know? That's about what they do every year in the playoffs. Fire Mike Tomlin. Maybe it was over before it started. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. But hey, at least the Steelers knew when the fumble return happened, they knew they were cooked. They just threw the game away even harder. And that's a no good extra point. It's still 30-6. Not that it matters. You suck. Steelers get the ball back, just looks stupid again. First ever win in the playoffs for the Texans. No, it's not. You won multiple playoff games. You won against the Browns in 23. You won against the Chargers last year. You've won ones before with Deshaun, who should not be named. You've won before, or did they? No, they went on the road, so they won a game before they went to Kansas City. Who'd they beat? Either way, you've won multiple playoff games. No, you're wrong. Now, you've had your times getting your shit rocked by the Patriots. I remember that as well. That's what they said. Well, they're dumb. They're wrong. Even Stroud, that would be wrong. He's won multiple playoff games. This could be it for him. I'm just saying what they said. I don't know. Was it Aikman or was it Buck? Was it Aikman or was it Joe Buck? Because if it was Aikman, he might just be drunk. If it was Aikman, he might just be drunk. If it was Aikman, he might just be drunk. That probably could be the problem. Bryce Young is better than C.J. Stroud. Yeah, Bryce Young didn't cough up the ball 4 times on a divisional game or a wild card. It was Buck. I don't know why. I don't like Joe Buck. I don't give a fuck that he's... Joe Buck is trash. No. Well, at least for Cena, wrestling is fake. Wrestling is kayfabe. John Cena wanted to go out tapping out to Gunther, which, you know what? It makes sense. 2-minute warning. It makes sense. So the only way we got a Ryan Isaiah Darby in the AFC title game is if the Broncos take care of their business and the Patriots take care of theirs. Bye-bye, Mike Tomlin. I hope he's fired. Fire him and bring in Marcus Freeman. The game was a defensive slugfest for 3 quarters. You could arguably say that it was a defensive slugfest for all 4 because 2 of the touchdowns of the Texans, or 2 of their 4 touchdowns, were defensive touchdowns. Christian Kirk's still the player of the game, though. I think it is. I think it is. I think he either plays one more year because he feels like it, or it's either next year or it's 50-50. It's 50-50. I think it's 50-50 right now. The Steelers want Aaron back for another year. It's if he wants to do it. So he's going to go into his cave, take ayahuasca, and get high for like a month before he says if he does or not, as you know. I still don't think they fired Tomlin even after this. Just because I picked the Steelers doesn't mean you should. I think everybody knew damn well where this was going. I think everybody knew where this was going. I just was coping like, oh, they both have good defenses. You know, if DK Metcalf could play well, the Steelers could win. No, that shit didn't happen. I was coping. We have winning every NFL award. MVP, Drake May. Coach of the Year, Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, Coach of the Year for how he kept the 49ers competing even with all the injuries. Shanahan. Rookie of the Year, I'm going to go with... Rookie of the Year. I'm going to go... Offensive Rookie of the Year? Shit. It might have to be Cam Ward by default because he played well, but I don't know who else I'd give it to. Defensive Rookie of the Year? Damn if Gonzo was a rookie. Actually, no. Offensive Rookie of the Year? Will Campbell. That's biased, I know. Will Campbell. Tetaroa McMillan, that's fair. That's fair. But the Patriots wouldn't be as good as they are if Will Campbell wasn't as good as he was. I know he's an offensive lineman. He deserves a shout, at least. Will Campbell. Caught. BKL is now a member. Yay, we love it. Shout out to BKL. Shout out. Steelers losing, Eagles losing, both Pennsylvania teams are out. Defensive Rookie, 53 seconds. Did they put in Mason Rudolph? Oh my God. They put in Mason Rudolph to take the last snaps of the game. You know, I think A-Rod might be done. I think he might be done. He might be done. Mason Rudolph. Mason bleeping Rudolph. Wow. He's garbage. And Warren gets tackled at the line, and that should be the last play of the game. The Steelers go out like a wet fart. How fitting. 10-7 Super Bowl. Fuck off. Final. Texans Patriots is going to be the divisional game. 30-6 is your final. The Steelers thought they had a chance. They made you think they had a chance, and then they didn't have a chance. Woo, baby. My God, how garbage are they? And the Texans will play the Patriots. I still think the Patriots are going to win that game. Showing love to Aaron Rodgers. The Texans are. This might be his last game. Steelers lose. Steelers lose. Steelers not going to Super Bowl. Steelers not going to Super Bowl. Patriots still might, though. God, I hope they do. With that being said, we'll see what the Saturday schedule looks like, or next weekend's schedule looks like. Sunday, we will review all the divisional games in one video, thanks to the Canada-Guatemala game. There will be an NFL live before we go live for Canada-Guatemala. I think I'll do one of the early games, and then I hope he doesn't. The standard is the standard. The standard is the standard. Locale of the week, Mike Tomlin. Get out! With that being said, let's see if we could see it on live where they're going to put the times. Damn it, man. 5-1's just fine. I'm 4-2. Thank you. Thank you. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this game. Steelers get dominated in the fourth quarter, and that's the end of it. And players from both teams are praying together. Aaron Rodgers walks back to the locker room. We'll see where that goes, but I'll see you tomorrow for my divisional round predictions. I will see you Wednesday for Morocco, Nigeria, live in RSR Wednesday afternoon. Thursday, we're off. Friday, I will see you for the AFCON final prediction if Morocco makes it. Oh, shit. And the Patriots get the early game. See what I told you? See what I told you? Broncos-Bills is the early game, so we'll be live for Broncos-Bills on Saturday. Then the Canada game with a little bit of, I'll keep an eye on 49ers and Seahawks during that. And there we'll have a Canada-Guatemala review. Sunday we'll review all the divisional games once Bears-Rams is over, but I'll have a double. There'll be 2 reviews that day. Morocco versus, if they're in the final of the AFCON, I'll have a double live of that, and then Texans-Patriots. We'll review the Morocco game after Texans-Patriots is over. And then when Rams-Bears is over, I'll review every divisional game. Yay, my AFCON final review is going to be out 3 hours later. Fuck you, Steelers. I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you. And Stan Kroenke. Fuck Stan Kroenke and fuck you, Steelers. So there you go. Double live, 1 review for the Morocco game 3 hours later after it's over. I hope it goes to extra time just so it makes the time in between less. Or I hope they lose Wednesday. Either or. Or either or. Either or. I'm still going live for the Patriots game either way. What if the Morocco, there's no AFCON final? I guess I'll go live for both NFL games that day, one after the other. Maybe. I don't know. And then review them all the divisional games. Because the last time it took me 3 hours to put up the video for the AFCON game, the final of finale of RSR 7, the video didn't do well. But the others haven't done well, Ryan. Yeah, I know that. None of them popped off. I know that. With that being said, that's what next week's going to look like. Can you even watch the Canada game? I'm not even sure, really. With that being said, the Steelers are out. So I'll see you within the hour. Patriots play early on Sunday. Wow. Wow. Because why do the Rams have to be the late game? Why do they? With that being said, we'll move on and we'll review this game, and I'll see you later tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Leafs tied up. Yay. Yay, that's a positive. Yay, I love it. Yay, we tied the game. Yay. Yay. With that being said, you should do a late Leafs game. No, I got to review this game. With that being said, I'll see you within the hour. Steelers are out. Commiserations to the Steelers. Congratulations to the Texans. Fire Mike Tomlin. Patriots, you better do better against these frauds. I think they will, but I don't know. Either way, see you. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Thank you, BKL, for becoming a member. I'll see which side he's on, and then I'll shout him out at the end of the review. With that being said, see you. Peace.